Despite Prime Minister Mark Carney campaigning on the promise of building housing at a pace not seen since the Second World War, the real-world data and the stats, well, it's telling a different story. So what's going on here? Let's dig in. Canada's national housing agency, called the CMHC, which stands for the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation, has just released its summer update. And newsflash, Liberal promises are once again crumbling, like the lies that they are. Now, the CMHC says that the housing market will continue to cool in 2025 due to trade tensions, economic uncertainty, and slower population growth and increasing unemployment, with home prices expected to fall around 2%. All the while, affordability remains a major issue and new construction is slowing. Do you see that? Developers are delaying projects due to high costs, weak demand, and continued uncertainty. As cautious developers face suffocating financing constraints, they're slamming the brakes on projects paralyzed further by the Liberal government's suffocating web of red tape. Here's the kicker. The CMHC says that multi-unit construction will remain elevated by historical standards, but regional variations will remain. Construction will generally stay strong in Atlantic Canada, the Prairies, and Quebec. In contrast, starts will decline sharply in Ontario and British Columbia, where high housing prices, rising construction costs, and low investor confidence are weighing heavily on new builds, especially condos. Many condo projects are delayed, canceled, or converted to rentals. Developers are missing presale targets, and unsold inventory is rising. Falling prices and tighter credit are creating risks for buyers. These challenges are likely to persist through 2025. So the two provinces that need this growth and development the most, Ontario and British Columbia, will see declining construction starts and persistent economic pressures. Great. Don't forget, a mere few months ago, Prime Minister Mark Carney campaigned on building Canada strong. Don't let the memory hold you. Remember this?
We used to build things in this country. After the Second World War, Canada faced a housing crisis. The government built prefabricated homes that were easy to assemble and inexpensive. And those homes are still here 80 years later. Now we're in another housing crisis. And it's time your government got back into the business of building affordable homes. We will build new homes for Canadians at a pace not seen since the Second World War. We'll build a Canada you can afford.
As reported by Blacklock's reporter, housing starts last year totaled 245,000, as CMHC predicted a decline to 237 this year. They point out that while the Liberals targeted a minimum of 500,000 housing starts annually for the next decade to restore affordability, this is obviously not off to a good or sustainable start. CMHC's June report on housing supply shortages moving to a new framework estimated that housing starts must nearly double to around 430 to 480,000 units per year until 2035 to meet projected demand. And again, as pointed out by Blacklock's, rent and mortgage expenses are so high in Canada that the typical household loses 52% of its income to shelter costs alone. That rate was 38% a decade ago. So despite Prime Minister Mark Carney's bold promises to build housing at an unprecedented pace, the stark reality of declining construction starts, suffocating red tape, and worsening affordability reveals, once again, a government failing to deliver, leaving Canadians crushed under the weight of a broken housing market and broken Liberal policies. For Rebel News, I'm Tamara Ugolini. Housing affordability is one piece in the crumbling pie that has seen crime, chaos, and disorder descend onto Canadian streets. If you'd like to see our cities fixed, then please consider supporting our work and signing our petition at fixourcities.com. That's fixourcities.com.